In the summer of 2026, Western Europe endured its hottest June on record. A small French town hit 43.8 degrees Celsius, while thousands of kilometers away, deep in China's Sichuan Basin, Chongqing climbed past 40 degrees and streets were fitted with misting machines. What we are living through may be more than another hot summer. It may be history being rewritten. Look at today's heat across the world. In June 2026, a vast high-pressure system sat over Western Europe. Like a heavy blanket, it pinned hot air to the ground and kept clouds at bay. Polleau in France reached 43.8 degrees, and the UK recorded 37.7, the hottest June ever. And heat belongs not only to Europe. The Northern Hemisphere recorded 51.1 degrees in June, and by late July a fiercer heat dome pressed down on the western United States, approaching 52 degrees. From the Mediterranean to the American West to the heart of Asia, the warmth spreads along the same meandering jet stream. Return to China. The Sichuan Basin is a furnace walled in by mountains, the high plateau to the west, ranges to the east. Once hot air pours in, it struggles to escape. Chongqing, Wuhan, and Nanjing are called China's three furnace cities. In the summer of 2026, Chongqing kept approaching 40 degrees, and authorities installed giant misting fans on the streets. Why these places precisely? The key mechanism is the heat dome. When the jet stream bends into the shape of the Greek letter omega, two lows flank a single high, and that high refuses to move, trapping heat beneath a lid. The Mediterranean coast, the American West, the Sichuan Basin, all sit under that lid. Heat is not an abstract number. It takes lives. Reuters reports that the late June heatwave across Western Europe caused about 10,000 excess deaths, people who died beyond the seasonal norm. The elderly are the most vulnerable. Heat is also redrawing the land. Farmland cracks, heads of grain wilt under a merciless sun, and as the air dries, soil loses moisture faster and harvests shrink. Extreme heat dries forests into fuel. In 2026, wildfires from the Mediterranean to North America turned green into ash. And there is an amplifying force, the urban heat island. Under the same sun, a city of concrete runs hotter than the countryside. Concrete soaks up heat by day and releases it at night. Vehicles and air conditioners pump waste heat, and trees are scarce. So the worst of the heat is often felt where the most people live. Here a crucial question emerges. Is the heat we feel just a city getting hotter, heat pooling in local pockets? Or is the Earth's average temperature genuinely climbing? To answer, we must pull back and look at the temperature coordinates of Earth's deep history. Instrumental records go back only about 170 years, but using proxies preserved in ice cores, tree rings, and sediments, scientists have rebuilt a temperature curve for the past 11,700 years. This geological period, the Holocene, has been broadly warm and stable. Along that long river lies an episode you may know, the Little Ice Age. From roughly the 14th to the 19th century, global temperatures ran noticeably cooler than afterwards. The late Ming dynasty, which you mentioned, sat right at that cold trough. Harvests failed and disasters multiplied. The cold itself was a catastrophe. So the question is, after the Little Ice Age ended, the Earth naturally rebounded. Is today's heat just the planet waking up on its own? The answer hides in the data. Since the pre-industrial baseline of 1850, the Earth has warmed by roughly 1.4 degrees, and most of that warming has happened in the last few decades, exactly as greenhouse gas concentrations surged. Consider the milestones. The World Meteorological Organization and Copernicus confirmed that 2024 was the first year to exceed 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. 2025 ranked the third hottest, and June 2026 was the second hottest June globally, the hottest ever for Western Europe. Consecutive records look less like natural noise and more like a rising corridor. Put the pieces together and the picture sharpens. The urban heat island only amplifies heat locally, it cannot move the global average, because instruments span the whole planet, and even the oceans and poles warm in step. Averaged over the globe, the rise is steep regardless. And the natural rebound from the Little Ice Age accounts for only a small part of that 1.4 degrees. The real explanation comes from attribution science. Human greenhouse gas emissions make every heatwave hotter, more likely and longer. According to world weather attribution, some events have been amplified tenfold, even 30-fold. So this heat is not a city's illusion, nor a planet merely waking from sleep. It is the most real, most rapid rise in global average temperature in decades, and we stand at the tip of that curve, watching a climate coordinate that human activity has helped to rewrite. How we confront it is the question this era leaves to us.